Play URL is used to play files dynamically by only selecting the name of the file, and opposed to other play commands in Showrunner where you need to browse for files, you need to save them into a playlist and then trigger them. Here you can just get the name and trigger them on the fly. So let's see how it works. So I'll drag the play URL, and you see the object. You can see we have many lines coming in. I'll fill them and explain as we go. In the group, I'll put number 1. You can see we're using group number 1 over here. For triggering, I'll use a name. I'll call it play. For layer, I'll use layer number 1. The file path, I'll give it a name. I'll call it file path, obviously. We can loop, fade, or select audio cards if we're not using the default one, but I'll leave it as is for now. And now we have to get the file path from somewhere. We can get it over network using the receive from the network device, or I can use some kind of logical object that has a text output. I'll use the text distribute for now, and I'll drag the file path to the output of the object. I'll trigger the object by giving it a name, and the file path itself I'll take from any file I can find. I'll take this one and I'll just copy the file path from here. So as soon as I can press the small rectangle over here to trigger the object, and you can see the file path is now inside the play URL, but the video is not playing because I need to trigger it. So I can do a simple thing. I can drag the file path to the trigger line also, and as soon as I trigger it, it's going to play the file, as you can see. You probably noticed we have dotted lines beneath both objects, so we can actually create playlists the same way. I can add another play, and this time I can maybe give it an end. I'll call it end, and I'll take the end to trigger this, and I can also add another one, another file path over here. I'll call it file path 2. I'll drag this one over here, and now I'll take another video. I'll give it this name. And you can see as soon as I trigger it, I get different files, and as soon as this video reaches the end, it's going to trigger the next file, and so on.